Welcome to the PlaySlotsForRealMoney.com podcast. I am your host, Brian, here with Alexander. So the core updates started rolling out at the end of June. Have you seen much movement?
Actually, yeah. I've seen quite a lot of movement. So, if I remember correctly, last time we talked, I kind of shared some of the not so good looking updates from my end in terms of, let's say, the Nigerian website, where it it started. It had like really crazy fluctuations of like over 300%, I'd say, within to both sides, to the upside and to the downside, and that has sort of stabilized since then, somewhere in the middle, which is exactly where it was before. So I can't really say whether it made any difference for me. Probably not yet, although I mean, I guess it's good to see that at least you don't have the those fluctuations to the downside, which are kind of always alarming, especially being me when it's like I tend to like over exaggerate the kind of the weight of these things. On the other hand, with the Canadian website, not much is going on. The same for the Indian one, pretty similar.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen for one site a movement up, and the other site's not much movement. Strangely, um, it was more volatile for me the Saturday beforehand, before the update got released. I think it was June 28th or 29th. That day it was crazy. The fluctuations were off the charts, and since then I've seen a little movement, but nothing like that Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I probably would have been around the same days. But yeah, I remember you also mentioned that you were planning to kind of, well, you're not planning, so you were actually experimenting with trying to redirect one of your websites to a new domain. And actually, I think over email you also reached out regarding the same thing. So I was wondering if you had any success finding anything expired that would have been worth it.
Not yet. Everything that I've found that has a good name is it just doesn't have the metrics I need. Um, so I joined a couple of platforms that resell them after like the
Hmm.
domain you gave me expired. Um, I looked there, but I've joined some platforms that they do it themselves. They have an inventory, and you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna go that route. I spoke with somebody this morning, and he had told me that he was going to be putting my filters on, so I could see when they come in. Um, Other than that, I have not been buying domains or have not done anything yet.
Yeah, well, trying to find a domain after it expired is kind of like trying to, those shows where you buy a warehouse and just open it up and see what's inside. So it's kind of
Yeah,
like that. You just go through it, and every once in a while you find something very good, but 99% of the time there's nothing there. So for me, it's just kind of a daily routine of like skimming through the lists and seeing if anything clicks, and then just checking it.
yeah. I found one website, and I mean, they have a lot of domains available. The metrics, they have a lot of like Japanese websites. The metrics are good for some of them, but they're all like .eu, .com,
Hmm.
and I personally don't live in Europe. Um, I want a regular .com, .net, or .info. So if anybody watching has a domain for sale, feel free to shoot me an email.
What sort of metrics are you looking? Like, what's the bare minimum for you to actually be interested in buying one?
The DR would be minimum 20. Backlinks would be minimum 100. Good backlinks. I'm not talking about and gambling related backlinks. I'm not talking about anything outside of gambling. And referring domains, that really doesn't. I'm really looking for authority.
Hmm. Which makes sense.
Why?
Makes sense.
What metrics do you look for?
I mean, for me, I I don't really look at the authority that much. For me, it's kind of just like, say, trying to figure out as per common sense what it was. So like if it's an expired affiliate website domain, then and I see that the person actually cared about it because I've
Hmm.
found a few of those, then I would buy it. So I mean the DR could be something like 10, 12, 13, but you'd see that the links are with guest posts rather than just like bulk insertions somewhere. So I'd be looking probably for that. Also, for me, but something that I find more regularly are expired operator domains. Uh, Also, they don't often have very high DR, but you'd see that because those are operators, they've invested in their links quite heavily. So they have links from very reputable places that are generally quite pricey. So, say the other day I bought a domain from an expired operator, a Nigerian one. It was called blackbet.ng. So they don't have an
Right.
awfully high DR, but if you look at the backlinks that they have, they've invested quite a lot in them, and they have backlinks from places like incomeaccess.com, say like
Hmm.
the affiliate network themselves, and a lot of similar places that would generally give a backlink only to an actual operator that they work with. So those are pretty exclusive if you manage to get your hands on those, even if the DR is not that high. It still holds a lot of weight, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Now, do you check for penalties before you buy?
I no, I don't specifically check for penalties because I mean, I guess to my knowledge, there isn't no bulletproof way of checking this exactly. But I do kind of check for the history of it. I do check like just generally through the entire backlink profile, and that's about it. Yeah.
I'm using Wayback Machine, and I'm checking to see if everything's indexed.
Hmm.
Uh, those are the two ways I'm really sorting them. But these are coming from somebody trying to sell them, so they might not have been expired yet. These might be just people who have been holding
Mm,
domains.
yeah, probably.
So I don't know if it's going to be an expired or not.
Yeah, I guess it will not be it because oh, yeah, otherwise it probably would have been picked up by someone. I mean, I also tend to buy domains like as I think I mentioned it earlier on at some point that I'm kind of a compulsive domain buyer, I guess, because I buy stuff that just is kind of worth it. So let's say if it's an expired university domain, I
Hmm.
buy it. If it's like a film festival domain, I buy it. And oftentimes people actually reach out to me and want to buy them back or like buy them to resell them to somewhere. So every now and again I get like this cold email about one of the domains that I have because I don't buy this domain privacy thing. So anyone on the whois whatever thing can look
Gotcha.
up my email address and actually reach out to me if they need it.
That's interesting. That is interesting. So now you were talking about different filters you put on in the search. Where you could put in maybe casino, betting. What filters are you using?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of those. So it's like a whole string of those, like because you could put a comma separated list in there. So uh, it varies by region, let's say, but it's usually it's like bet, casino, sport, way part of the word wager, win, stake. I've like compiled it over a large over a large period of time. So there's like a lot of different kind of keys in there. So it picks up really anything that could be relevant to me. And also I put put different parts of like sports league names. So it's like if it's Nigeria, then I would put like all the main sport league of like football league abbreviations like EPL, UEFA, and things like that. So you'd find something like UEFA fan club.ng or something like that, which isn't really the thing, but you could potentially get something out of it.
Gotcha. All right. Now, are you developing any of the websites that you buy? I mean, or are you just holding them as 301s?
Um, I like 99% of them I hold as 301s. I have one. I have probably a few that I'm sort of developing, but I just don't have enough time for it. So I occasionally publish something there, or maybe I sell posts on them, or yeah, or I just publish posts that link to my other websites. So stuff like that. But they're not really making any money other than selling posts because well, actually, one is because one is an expired operator, and people still search for their name, and people
Hmm.
still just go to their website because I guess some people just remember it. So they just go to the website and they see this like affiliate landing page, and every now and again they just click on one of the affiliate links and maybe sign up there. But it's nothing substantial really. So it's mostly links inbound and outbound. Yeah,